Bruce,
Yo, what's good, big homie?
what's up, cuz?
All right.
All right, we here. I think we live. Look. Even if it's just us, that all that matters is us. Ed said he's trying to get on. I don't know where. Make sure. We are live. We are officially live. Here comes Howard. We are officially live. What up, Howard?
Howie G.
Where you at?
He connecting his audio. There you go.
All right.
Look, he got the
You're on
Howard,
mute.
the director, camera, editor. Look, we got to step our game, but we don't got no titles up on here. What's up, everybody in the world? This is 30 interviews in 30 days, and this is day 27. I got to look at the days. Day 27. This is all about celebrating the 30 years of urban expressions, and of course, Black History Month, because you know what? We blackity black. We are black, and we are celebrating what's going on in the whole urban expressions world and everything. I'm gonna let Howard get on in and let everybody get on in. I get these messages. Let me make sure. Okay. Liz says she can't make it, but that's all right. Shout out to everybody. Look, I did. It says another meeting in progress. Use the link you sent earlier. Oh man, Ed saying he can't get in. Anybody help? Can anybody help Ed?
Oh man.
I just hit the link.
I know. I don't know what else to do. Just hit the link.
You can't get no more computer dumb than me. Now, if I'm on, everybody should be on.
I don't know. That's I don't know what to tell them.
Oh, that's
Hit
the
the link. Hit.
How are you on mute?
Link.
You
are on mute.
Mute.
He in another group texting.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I hear you now.
Ooh, we made it, y'all. We made it. Look. Oh my God. I feel like did we step into what happened in this world today? Video technology is now crossed over into this. Okay, all right. I can't wait any longer. We're just gonna talk. We just gonna have to talk. Talk. I normally do this on Instagram, so I'm gonna have to record Instagram on my phone. So everybody, I want y'all to listen and everybody there in the world. This is everybody. I want them to introduce themselves. All an integral part of urban expressions, and I think I'm going to start with Howard because literally Howard was there before me and everybody else here, and Howard is the one that wouldn't have seen none of us if it wasn't for Howard.
All right, everybody don't know that though. All right, so I'm Howard Gillum Jr. I'm the director, camera, and editor of Urban Expressions. For those that don't know, the director is one that kind of sets the scene and shoots the scene and gets everything together for the scene. And I'm the camera guy, so I was holding the camera for most of the scenes until Supreme stepped in and Sco. And then I'm definitely the editor of Urban Expressions, the one that puts all the editing together, blends it in with the music and everything until my man Bruce Era stepped in. So that's what I do. Been doing it. I started in '88. I was answering phones for Urban Expressions, and then I also went to school for radio television directing. So I had an interest in it, and I like to shoot music videos and everything. So this was a beautiful combination. Got into it, got the job with 48, started doing Urban Expressions, and the rest is history.
Rest is his 30-year history. See, he's officially been there the whole 30 years. I keep telling you, I'm 21 forever. So that whole thing, I wasn't officially there the whole 30 years. Yes, I was around because I was a youngin', but that's all I'm going to say.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Everybody's in the building.
From the universe.
That's right. Coming to you from a galaxy near you.
He's in space.
That's right. Hey, I hope I'm missing or wrong. I thought it started at 8. It started at 7. Yeah, I thought so. I'm just a little late, not an hour late.
No, you're not an hour late. No.
Yeah, so I'm good then. Welcome to me.
Yes, welcome. Yes, no, you're not late. Just a few minutes late. You were having a. Oh, we celebrating for real. Should I go get
Yeah.
Should I go?
Yeah, I already. Hey.
Are we toasting?
So did I miss anything
Always.
about the format of what we're doing, or are we just hanging out talking to history,
Right.
or who's
Right now,
interviewing
Ed.
who?
Ed, this is the 30 interviews in 30 days. This is part of the series. And this particular day, I chose to make sure it's all urban expressions because we're getting down to my last few days. And I
Right.
wanted everybody on urban expressions because it is 30 years for urban expressions. We almost let it go by. And this was my thought. Howard, are you out of party or
Well,
In
no,
this room?
I'm chilling.
something? I'm like, yo, can we all get past it through the screen? He just passed it.
Hey, where's
They crack a bottle.
It's been a working
celebrating.
weekend.
No, they're celebrating. But anyway, so hey, that's why we are here. 30 interviews in 30 days. I definitely didn't I couldn't include everybody one per day. So I figured we all come together, do it in one day, right?
Right, and I
As a
still want to
happy
be there,
30-year family.
and
Huh?
I still want to be there for the finale, because
Yeah,
I want to
the
be
last
there and
day-
celebrate it.
The last day will be an intimate conversation between Ed Box Brunson and myself. So that would be on March 2nd. Yes.
That's right. So tune in for that.
Tune in
But-
for that. But right now we're tuned in for this. So everybody should be watching right now. So we started off with Howard introducing himself because he actually came before all of us. But we couldn't be here without you. So Ed, you started it all off. And what was that like? And actually, how did you meet Howard? Period. How did y'all meet? How did that all come about?
It was almost like Howard was highly recommended and showed up one day and fit in. Did I kind of get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked at 48.
Yeah, he worked there and he was doing stuff in the news department. And they was like, well, the show's going on. So go ahead and talk to Ed. And then it was whoop, whoop, whoop. I got a director now. Yoo-hoo-hoo.
I don't know if you remember, I used to work there with Ron. I used to come there with Ron White and answer the phones at first
Right.
when we had the live call-ins. That's where I first started answering the phones.
Those were the days, and those were great because that is another Urban Expressions first, one of our minis. Like, we maybe are the longest running live call-in video show ever.
Could be the longest running call-in video show. We are definitely the longest running music video show in Philadelphia, Delaware Valley broadcast history. So, Ed, you started this off. I know we're just, as the founder, we know we're going to have a whole in-depth conversation with you. I just want to know how you all feel about 30 years. Were you really realizing that it came up to be 30 years? I mean, or until I started talking about it. Who forgot?
Well, I won't say I forgot. I just, because, hey, Dorothy Brunson Foundation kicked off the 25-year anniversary 5 years ago. We all got back in sync 5 years ago, and maybe it stuck on me that this was 30 a little. But my whole feeling is I'm so, I've said this to you, I may be uncle-ish, big brother-ish. So many people have spawned so many great careers and done great things with the platform that's the real legacy of the 30 years. Like we have this family that connects out into greatness from our 30-year history. And I'm just really humbled by it. I mean, plenty of people richer than me, they used to work for me. So that's a great thing, you know what I mean? And so it's just, I'm humbled. That's all I can say. Humbled by the fact that it happened and there was synergy most of the time. And yeah.
What you mean? It was synergy all the time now.
Oh no. We could talk some episodes with, what's the ponytail dude who's running the audio with the radio show? Oh yeah, him.
Oh,
Mo Brown?
Mo Brown did not bring synergy to the set. Okay.
Well, maybe not synergy.
Okay. I mean, he was all help appreciated. Synergy, a whole nother thing. Have we talked about all the DJs we run through? Whew.
DJ Drastic was supposed to be on here. There was a Zoom user that came on. I don't know if it was him, but I don't open up for Zoom the word Zoom user just in case it's a
Got him.
yeah, right. You know, I don't like in here and then I had to destroy the whole thing because the person won't get off. I don't know. I just did not open it up. But DJ Drastic was supposed to be here. So I don't know if he forgot, but either way.
Yeah, it
so
started with Drastic, and then Touch Tone is now sidekick to Lady B. Yeah, so and then Shepherdaya was a DJ, and then we've even had guest DJs. So we even have a legacy of some DJs. I remember Kid Capri came through. I mean, a bunch of Philly DJs.
Wait a minute, wait till I just spoke his name up, and here he comes right down. Wait till you see it.
Yes, we were talking, let him connect all the way so we could just talk right to him.
Yes, there he goes.
Yes, represent the DJs of the whole Urban Expressions legacy. There he is. Drastic. Woo.
DJ Drastic in the, oh my gosh. See, look at y'all. Look how this reunion happens. Look how it happens. I'm grateful that I'm able to connect with all of you.
DJ Drastic off the hinges.
Hey, Drastic, we were going back. First of all, you muted Drastic, but we was going all the way back, and we were like, you can't talk ancient Urban Expressions. We're talking about DJs on the set. And I'm like, let's go through the DJs. And then she's like, well, Drastic should be here. And so Drastic, you should have the full record of all DJs, because I might have brain cells missing. But I think you would know every DJ that has come through before you and after you on Urban Expressions.
You can hear me now?
Check.
I know that before me it was Ghetto.
DJ Ghetto.
And then I think after me it was a dude, I think his name was Rocksteady.
Yeah, that's Shepherdaya. Yeah, DJ Rocksteady. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know.
That's all you know. But the point is, the DJing pretty much started with Drastic. He was there for a minute, like a long minute doing his thing. And he's always, stayed in touch, even though he was, traveling and everything, definitely stayed in touch. So I think as 30 years, you got to talk about the ones who were actually there 30 years ago,
Yeah, I remember this guy who used to drive me, the big guy. I think he had a rodeo SUV. Yeah, how's he do?
I haven't talked to him in quite some time. I believe he's still with SEPTA. I believe he is, but I haven't talked to Dre in a long time, man.
Oh, I remember him. Absolutely.
Yeah, I catch up with him.
All right, so I'm gonna throw another name since this is old staff. Where's Latanya?
Latanya just talked to her a little while ago, but I did not. Look, I'm busy, so I talked to the ones who's in my phone and who I can talk to right away and communicate with. So she out there. Hey, Tanya, I just talked to her a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what I wanted. Oh, she used to be in the Bronx, but she's back in Philly. So yes, Tanya's around. Kamisha's around.
Kamisha's still around, yeah.
Tanya's around. Kamisha's around. Liz is around. Liz won't be able to be on today, but Liz is around. Keep him up the block cannot be here today, but he's around, of course.
Boys keep the block up the block around. He keep from up the corner of the world. He's doing things.
Yes, Keep Him Up the Block is taking over the world because he is definitely a creative genius, and that's what he does. So we definitely birthed some good things. But I'm just going to talk about what it meant to Drastic. I'll start with you, and then I'm gonna go around robin. What did Urban Expressions mean to you, as a DJ, as a human being? What does it mean to you?
Well, for me, when I first started, I was more or less a walk-on, and I was the only guy who was really like willing to bring my stuff there, and
that's why I'm giving a shout out to your boy who was put it in his truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It got to be more of a family thing when I got to know Ed's mom and Ed himself, like in a family type setting, because Ed's mom was a very nice lady to me, And it really, for me, that's really where it went. It was more like a family unit type thing for me. I really didn't care too much about whether or not we was up there and messing around. I didn't think about that stuff when we was on the air, man. We were just having fun.
Got it. I'm going to admit a Zoom user, y'all. So if we got to get them off, if this is not a friendly person, I'm going to admit to a person. Let's see who Zoom user is. If we don't like the person, I'm going to have to put my glasses on too. Oh, look at who Zoom user is.
That's Monty.
It's Monica. Look, I'm just saying, look, we don't do Zoom user.
She didn't put her name in there?
No, she didn't put the name in. She just put Zoom user, and I don't do Zoom user. I need to
put the name in for me. I'm on my cell phone. Put the name in for me.
You got to do it yourself.
You got to do it yourself. There's no way for me to do it. I can't even see you. But okay. So anyway, so that's what it meant to you. You were connected with Ed's mom, which is a great testament. We want to make sure we pay homage. Let's say first and foremost, we would not have been anywhere if it wasn't for Ed Brunson's mother, who is Dorothy Brunson, the first African-American woman in the nation to own a radio and TV station. So what that means to all of us is she came on before all of us. We wouldn't be here. And when you celebrate Black History Month, she is not only a Black history maker, she's a change agent. She's a woman. She has done her thing. So all the people who have been birthed from Urban Expressions came from the fact that one woman came from picking cotton to owning a station. So when we think about whether you can or cannot do something, there's no excuses. She was a youngin' picking cotton, and she went to school, did everything she had to do. She was a tough woman, tough woman.
Yeah.
Tough.
I'll jump on the back of that, because when Michael Drastic said, "Oh, she was always nice to her," I'm like, well, you got the nice side, because she was tough. And she and all of us, TV, but I'm her son. It goes back to the first African-American woman to manage a general manager major station, the first African-American woman to manage the ad agency in Fifth Avenue. She's a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
Before TV, radio, FM radio, and et cetera, et cetera. And so, and then I'm going to say, she blessed me with me feeling the will to spread love around. And so there were points where I had fights with her about the relevancy of having Urban Expressions and the ability to sell it and its image effect on the whole 48 image. And so, there was deep things we pushed through in the background to keep it all going, and personality conflicts and audio and technical hiccups and et cetera, floods, acts of God, irate interviewees and their posses in the green room.
All right, wait. So I want to hold that story. I want that story. I want to make sure. So I want y'all to stick a pin in. He said irate interviewees. So we're gonna go back to stories. One of the craziest stories you had during it. So first, I want to know what it meant to you. Thank you, Drastic. I'm going over Howard. What did Urban Expressions mean to you? And this whole moment, what has it done for you? Being what are you? Director, camera, editor. I mean, all those titles you got right there. You know what I mean? Howard, what did it mean to you?
It like Ed said, it means a legacy to me now. At the beginning, it was fun. It was fun. But when I went to school, I kind of learned video production. After that, it became a creative mode. You know what I mean? To work on Urban Expressions, I was able to, craft my style, with music videos and blending them and imagery and work, and it really helped spawn a career. So Urban Expressions it's been a ball. You know what I mean? It's been great. It's been fun to work with Urban Expressions. I'm blessed and I'm proud to have worked and done work on Urban Express and created work.
How much of that old footage do you still actually have?
I have I
We're
have a
not
lot.
gonna tell anybody right now because we holding on to that. We got a plan. Wait a minute. Keep that on the wraps. I'm sorry, y'all. That's gonna be we'll tell you about it later, but that's on the wraps. We got a plan. Hey, but he didn't have the footage. He had to he had to fish for some footage. But we're gonna talk about that. That's the whole plan later. Let's go on to Monica. I don't know what the heck is going on with your screen and your visuals, but yo, I need you to show up or something. I don't know what you're doing. So what did Urban Expressions mean to you? I believe you definitely came after it was Drastic Howard, then you, absolutely, I believe, right? Ed, am I right? Yeah, I believe so. So Monica.
You're saying me now?
Yeah, you
But
came
you said
after
Drastic.
Howard.
I thought you said Drastic and then Monica. I mean Drastic Howard and then Drastic.
Drastic went first. He was first. Drastic, Howard, Monica.
My apologies. Can you hear me?
DJ Exotic D in the building is on Instagram. Say shout out to DJ Exotic D over there.
Hey,
Miss Tanita is on there. Say shout out to her too as well.
Tita.
See, he got a fan club. Supreme got a fan club in the building. Monica, go ahead. Are you ready? I can't see you though.
You started talking. I was not going to talk over you.
I can't see you though. I don't know what's going on visually.
I don't know what's going on with this thing.
She's got a background. I can see you, Monica. Go ahead.
Yeah, you like a
All right. I don't know why she can.
We'll just see you in hologram. Go ahead.
Okay, so you said what did it mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
God, it's so, and that's so many things. I mean, at the time, just like Howard said, it was fun. It was a lot of work at one time, but then I don't know, it paved the way to learn a lot of stuff. Like it was just, no, I can't. I mean, it's hard to say because it was so much. Because I got a chance to do editing, I got a chance to do camera, I got a chance. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that I've never done before that I got a chance to do that just, was that I look at now that was like awesome. I mean, that's all I could say. It was.
I hate to interject.
I say ditto to what he said.
You're not on camera.
Real quick, I know. Monica and Shelly were actually at the Channel 48 boat ride kickoff for the kickoff.
It was me, Monica.
Oh, Monica wasn't there?
It was me.
Okay. So Monica goes back to, what was your first come in? When did you first bring Monica in to answer the phones? What was that?
Well,
when was that?
I'm gonna tell you how the story really went. So I was there. Yes, I was there in the beginning. But I was into the Lord. I have to tell y'all that I had changed my life and went into the Lord. So I didn't want to be a part of the hip hop community for that moment, So Monica started hanging out more, and that's when she ran into you. And she knew that Isha, it was another girl named Isha Isha and I knew you. So she started connecting to you. And then you actually brought her in. I came kicking and screaming later. I know it sounds crazy that I'm the one that's still here, the executive producer with you, but I was like, I love the Lord. I don't want to be a part of this. This is the devil's music.
But you were my
when I came in, I didn't come in through Isha though.
No, I said Isha is the one that was with me. I said Isha
she was the one with you.
Right,
and as
but
far as like how it went though, Ed, when I started coming down to the station and everything, remember you and I had a conversation and you were like, well, I'm trying to change so that we need this, we need that, I need something a little more than just the show. And I was like, well, I got somebody that can write for you. We was like, yeah, we need something different. We got to do something different. I want to do something this, and this. I said, well, she writes, and I was like, she always rewriting shows and sitcoms and all that stuff like that. And he was like, all right, bring her down. And it was Shelly.
Right, but then how did that translate to Shelly? Before she worked for me, she worked for my mom as personal assistant. So I'm trying to get that timeline all down.
I'm gonna give you the timeline. So even though I came kicking and screaming, I was still there. Understand? I just wouldn't pick up a thing to work. I wouldn't. I know it sounds crazy.
Because you were my mom's personal assistant at the time, right?
I call
No,
it
she was
executive.
working with you first, Ed.
I was working with you first, but I call it an executive assistant. I was an
Right.
executive.
You were an executive. You've never been a non-executive in my book, but keep going.
I was just messing with you, but you know we gotta have fun with that. So I worked with you first, and then I started working with her. So you got to know me first, and then I started working. But as far as getting involved, it took me when so that's why I know the timeline. I know everybody was there. I know everybody was there. I just wasn't actually physically working at the beginning. But hallelujah, I still love Jesus. I'm just
That's right. And this is still I'm looking at this show as even though you running it, it's still my show from originality. So you were a staff member and we trying to find out how you got to what's your origin story. We need the origin story of Shelly Shells, Philly's Oprah,
Monica,
and
we
Mike, mute Monica, mute or something.
Yes, Ed is the founder of the show, but originally he's a founder, but I took over too. So we're here, we do this together, but
Beyond together, Shell was built for this. I just kind of was.
That's how, you know, God put you in a place.
Yeah, and then we were partners. All of us were like partners in it. I mean, just putting our best foot forward. And if we fell short a little, fine. My editing, getting timelines, never been perfect. Nothing was always perfect, but we always put our best foot forward, put on the show must go on thing, and then the next era happened. But I'm gonna keep the show format. But now we went to Howard. We
got Supreme now. Supreme. Supreme came before Bruce. Supreme Regulator. What did Urban Expressions mean to you? What I know it's like, I call this a university. He said that it's like we're definitely a family, but it was almost like a university. Urban Expressions University. We all learned something that we did not know prior to coming in. So go ahead, Supreme.
Well, with me, it was hip hop was the I was a rapper, so I was in the group The Regulators. Me, Exotic D, my man Kit. So my whole goal was to be on Urban Expression. I looked at the show every week. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, I got to get on this show. This show is it's what's happening in the streets. Everybody knew Shelly Shell, Ed Box, Roz, and Monty on the scene. I was like, I gotta get down with these people. But the best way we could do it was to join these rap contests that Ed be hosting. And the winner of the rap contest, you get to be featured on Urban Expression. So we go and do these rap contests, and we be getting like this close, and Ed see us and love our music and be like, yo, y'all gonna win this time. This how many times we tried to do it. Like every time Ed hosted the show, the Regulators is performing because the winner get to get on Urban Expression. So anyway, the last one I remember was we came in second, and this little church dude won because he bought his whole church there and he won. But he was like, yo, y'all gonna get on the show. Y'all are dope, man. He's like, the Regulators is dope, man. You know how Ed make you feel good because it's like, this is Ed Box. You know, we see this guy every week. He's on the TV, and the guy who he likes us. So one day we're gonna get on this show. But it was my goal to get on Urban Expression. And through the Philly rap Woodstock with the Fat Cat clip, and our manager at the time was Rashid Watson. And Rashid managed the Regulators and the Hunters. And he was like, I said, man, we trying to get on Urban Expression, but we just keep losing these contests. We be missing it by this much. He was like, what? I can get you on Urban Expression. I'm there every week. And the Fat Cat, he said, I'm bringing the Fat Cat click up there because they doing the Philly Woodstock. It was 95. And he was like, we doing the Philly Woodstock the next day. And they doing an interview with Ed and Roz. And they bought the Fat Cat click. And we were with
I remember that.
And we slid in there, and I was just on Urban Expressions in that building. I was like, I made it, man. This is everything that I ever wanted to do was make it to Urban Expression. My dream is fulfilled. It was almost like I went double platinum. I won a Grammy. We got to talk and everything. And everybody was cool. So Ed, Roz, Ed already knew us, and Roz was cool, and Shelly was cool. So they like, we start coming back every week because, like I said, Rashid be there every week, bringing in the other artists, bringing in the artists that y'all said some are some disgruntled. So I started hanging with the promo teams, and the run was Power 99, Urban Expressions, and wherever the artists want to do, club or whatever. But so I'm in Urban Expression every week with every entertainer. So at some point they say, hey, answer the phone. So I was like,
I'm about to say, we put you to work. Answer the phones, run the green room. You can't just be hanging around here. But go ahead.
Answer the phone. So I was like, all right, talk on the phone. So I talk on the phone, taking requests. Talk on the phone. So I'm really, and then I really wanted to meet the voice of next video is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, voice, and who the voice is. And then it was like, it was Monty. So I'm like, oh, I fell in love with her. I was like, because of her voice, I was like, God, I just love this girl because her voice. Every week, next video is, and I said, one day she gonna say that voice on our video, the Regulators. So lo and behold, answering the phones, coming up with artists, hanging out, just doing my thing, just as a friend, always a friend. Shelly became family with Dr. Shock. It was like anything we had to do, we called Shelly and she make it happen for us. And we had our video premiere, and of course the voice said, next up is the Regulators. Bob, I was like, oh, my dreams is coming true. And
exactly, even though it was fun, everybody got to do something.
So that's why you asked me out on a date. He took me to dinner, y'all. It was because of the voice.
He's telling it all.
Yo, we went out and everything with the hula hands. I was drinking Heineken. I was getting some money. Spent money on the voice, yo. So anyway, they did
God, he is too funny.
It was like I'm moving up to the executive position. Keith is moving up to the main host. So Shelly like Shock. Supreme should try out for Word on the Street because Keith was doing Word on the Street with Shelly and Sko with Monty. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I love being on the TV. I like taking the voice out. Like, I sure enough ain't gonna be on TV every week because I'm like, how I'm gonna be a rapper if I'm on TV every week? And Dr. Shock said, listen here, fool. When all these rappers that you hang with don't have videos and don't have records, you be on TV every Saturday. So you're going to audition and you are going to go get their job and you are going to love it. And I was like, nah, I'm going to hate it because I don't like I'm shy. So anyway, he convinced me. Shelly convinced me to do it. Keith was like, you'll be great. And they gave me my first script on Word on the Street. And I was horrible. I think it was the worst thing I ever did in my life. And then Keith gave me some awesome advice and was like, yo, you got to look at this camera. You got to talk to the camera like that's your best friend. Who is your best friend? At the time, it was Mike Check. He was like, well, this camera is Mike Check. And you know, you would not tell Mike Check that news all dry like that. You got to tell them like I'm talking now is how Keith told me to be on camera. So from that day on, every camera was Mike Check. And I tell it like I'm telling Mike Check the story. And it lasted 10 years. I was doing Urban Expressions for doing Word on the Street. And through that, somebody said, Supreme, hold the camera while I do my word, and you got to hold the camera. So Monty taught me how to hold the camera. So me and Sko became cameramen. And then it was like, yo,
you gotta run a theme. You got to be working around here. That's about you run a theme around here. You can't just be having fun. You work around here.
Yo, and the whole thing was we gonna have fun and we gonna run around the city and we gonna meet all these rappers and we gonna be stars. So and we did all of that, but at the same time you worked the camera, you answered the phone. At one point it was like, yo, we need you to bring in ad advertisements. So I was bringing barbershops and people that wanted to get on the air. It was like, here go the some revenue for the ad, and if you bought in the ad, you got to host the whole segment. So I got to actually start interviewing some of my favorite rappers. I put all my homies in the cameras with me because everybody get to choose what type of background they wanted. For some reason, I just wanted a whole bunch of dudes in my we in some DMX video. So everybody in Chester became famous because if you was with me, you was gonna be on TV. And
nowadays they call that monetizing.
So everything was cool because we was good in every hood and we was good in every club and we was respected and I always say, no disrespect, but through Urban Expression, I became a certified ghetto celebrity.
Hey, hold up. Hey, Preem. I think that you had an episode with just about everybody one-on-one in the cast. I mean, you and me had an episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure you had some with Ed. I'm sure you had some with Howard. I'm sure you had some maybe with Rise. Maybe at one point in time or whatever, but I mean individually with each member of that show, you had your own experience with each of us, like
everything.
Each of us.
10 years. And I didn't know it was 10 years. Shock was like, and then like I said, I've been from 48 to what was the all the way from 48 to Telemundo I was on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It went from 48 to WYBE to Telemundo.
WYBE.
Wow.
So you went through, you took the time right through us. So and by that time, since you went to that, by that time, B-Boy was in the building. Oh my gosh. His start was amazing because it was after a time where we needed the everybody was, needed more arms. Howard needed more help. And, Howard's like, yeah, you better get you some help. That's basically what he said. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. He's like, you better get you some help. But he found the best help.
Then we had Keith. We switched to Keith as hosting, and I'm in the back, and Roz is done. So it's the next era happened.
Yeah, that was me.
All right.
That was my era. And then the young boys, these young cats start coming in.
That's the next era. We got to talk to Bruce now. Bruce came at a time. We like I said, Howard was like, I'm getting a little busy. You're gonna need to bring in some help. So he went and connected to Bruce and was like, Bruce is now your help. Bruce said, all right, I'm with it. And then Bruce
that's how I went down, Howard.
I believe so. I guess. Is it? You tell me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I looked up to Howard. I looked up to the whole cast. Ed, man, big shout out to Ed, man. Him, Al Box, man. I was just a young kid.
Oh my goodness. This young kid got more beard than me. Oh my goodness.
It's me, Al. I mean, it's me, Ed. Yeah, man. Yeah. I was a young kid, man, just wanting to be a part of something. And I would come in. I worked Friday night and Saturday night shift in the master control operating room. And Saturday night, after Cheaters.
That's right, Cheaters.
After Cheaters. Howard edited the show, and they brought the tapes in, and we went through the system. And then the commercials that they paid for went on. Then the other commercials went on, and then it did that. And we were doing that until the station got sold. When the station was sold, Howard and Shelly and Shelly remember the package we put together for YBE was our second attempt because our first attempt got denied. Remember, Shelly?
Yep.
Our first attempt got denied by them. So me and Shelly got together and we got a whole bunch of stuff, man. We edited it right on my rinky-dink computer. We got in, man, and we were running ever since. And we became that era of the run and gun era. And, me, Shelly, Keith, Monty, Supreme, the club, all of us, you know what I'm saying? And thanks to Howard and his guidance, man, he kept me working. He kept me motivated.
I hate this. We'll put some dates on it. So put some dates on it. Yeah, so these people know when this happened.
Right. It was 2004. I got the YBE. I got the WYBE. Not YBE. GTW at TV. 2004. So I was there for about a year and a half before the station got sold. I remember because your mom got me a champagne bottle for Christmas.
She got you a Christmas present?
Yeah, she gave me that bottle. Yeah, sure did.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. And then every week, man, Al would come in, and then there's sometimes Ed would come in here.
That's special.
My mom giving out a gift.
Yeah.
That's special.
Yeah. That means he was real special.
Yes.
You were special.
I never got a gift, but
yes.
He was the one that gave me the job. I went to broadcasting school, TV, radio broadcasting school in Cherry Hill, and I graduated in like February. And the first resume I sent was to GTW in 48.
Wow.
And called me right up, man. I sat upstairs in the conference room with Miss Brunson.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? Out of all the years I've been there, I've been there over 10 years, I think. But I've heard story after story about Miss Brunson. I've never met her in 10 years.
That's crazy.
I walked around that whole station at night when it's midnight. I walked around the station and, just walking around TV station. You see, the little TV that was in that little living room area that was always on.
Right.
Yep.
As much as she was a powerhouse, She was a powerhouse, but she also had a
I was scared. I was
reverse.
scared. I was like, maybe
She definitely had a reverse privacy to her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I call it like that.
Yeah.
You had to break through to get to her. Because if I tell people, oh, she cursed, oh, she cursed. And some of us might know she cursed like Shell, and some of us might know never she cursed. Ooh, she was so nice. No.
Well, I tell you, you would never really see her there on a Saturday. You would see her there on the weekday, but you would never really see her there on a Saturday.
I've never been there on the weekday.
On a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I was there. When I was there, it was party time. It was party time from Friday. Saturday was party time. And
Well, guess
would
what?
you believe? Would you believe that our studio, the studio that we filmed all that stuff in, was actually a racquetball? It was a racquetball court, wasn't it, Ed?
Yes, sir.
It was
And
a
then
racquetball court.
I'll keep it moving forward to Shelly. So yes, just talking of the building, racquetball court, couple of floods. We moved on eventually when the station sold. All the equipment we sold, the license got moved over to the religious company, and the building now is a nice high-rise kind of thing. I haven't seen it in person,
They built something.
but we sold that as a company to move things around and let
Wow.
Philly go. And now we have properties, and yeah, I have a whole another entity, and things are going. Life is okay. Life is okay.
Man.
And you know, but I miss entertainment. I'm in tech, not entertainment. And so
Yeah.
that's my little homage to that whole, the building is not even the building anymore.
Wow. Hey, I got to tell y'all some of these stories about some of these episodes that me and Ed used to get into, man.
Well, I think Shelly's going to want us to tell us stories time now. Is it story time now we go
okay.
around?
All right.
You
It
muted.
is story time, but was Bruce, were you finished making sure, Bruce
Yes.
is,
What did it mean to you, Bruce?
It's what Urban Expressions meant to me.
Oh,
It meant everything to me. It was a blessing. Like I said, I was just a young kid, just wanting to be a part of something, and Urban Expressions gave me that chance. Miss Bronson gave me that chance, and I am, forever grateful because of that. We put together a lot of work during those years, from Captain Condoms to the second cheesesteak video, a bunch of PSAs. I mean, we stayed working out there for those years, man, and a lot, and Shelly, Imani and them can know that, like, we wasn't even work. That was our job. We didn't even have other jobs. It was just Urban Expressions. So, I thank God for that time in my life. I thank God for Howard every day, because it was Howard who taught me and it was my mentor as far as the whole production in itself. Howard know all the weddings we shot together. The Christian Compassion, every time he needed a backup camera guy, what I'm saying? And I would have never had any of that. I would have never experienced any of that had it not been Miss Bronson hiring me at TV48. So, Urban Expressions plays and continues to play a real major role in the development of my production video career. So I love y'all. Y'all my urban family.
and,
Congratulations. You are thriving, and we love you too, brother.
Definitely love you. I remember
And you know what, man? Ed always kept it 100. Every time he came in on Saturday nights, man, he always kept it 100 with me, man. That's my brother, man. I love you, Ed, man. I miss you.
I question even at my age, I question my ownness. So we are all still evolving to who we are really supposed to be. But I like the flashes of the past that remind me of where I'm going to the future.
Yes,
I don't know if you understood all that. It's kind of freaky, crazy.
it's on Galaxy. You speak in the galaxy that you in right now.
Yeah, because it's like a time warp. Because
Ed, he was my man from the Matrix, so he just dropped some Matrix jewels right there.
Yeah, you see, I'm still performing in the nerd world. But anyway, this is, hold up. I'm gonna end it all on the end. So y'all want to come end it with me? We ended it on the end, but right now we're going to Shelly. Is this the moment time? And Shelly, hello, she talking to somebody. Who's she talking to?
Yeah, she got it going on.
Shelly on Instagram too.
I was on Instagram, but I was closing out Instagram because my hand started hurting. I got to stop.
Yeah, so now it's the moment.
Now we're at story time. But I was going to tell you what my story, what it means to me. I'm grateful. Like I said, sometimes you don't know why God does something, why he placed you there. And I know he placed me there to just really just run with the football and bring it home. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for Miss Brunson. I remember the day that the day I walked into her office and said, I'd rather do this full time. Could you give me your blessings? She gave me her blessings to do this full time. And that's a sacrifice when you like, listen, I'm gonna give up my paycheck. I'm gonna give up my what's that called? The benefits. I gave up my health benefits, all of this to say I want to do Urban Expressions full time because I believe in it. I believe in it. I believe in what it can do. I believe in everything. I had no desire to be on TV, no desire to be a star, no desire. That was not me. I wasn't trying to be on TV. Make money, yes. So what drove me was how to help everybody make some money. Not to be on TV. I didn't want to be a star, but now that God is giving it to me, and he said, like, listen, you could do this. I enjoy doing interviews. So now we're gonna talk about the story. So we're gonna drag got a story. We're gonna talk about those
face on the show, though. You know that, right?
Huh?
You the most out of all that what you didn't want and not being famous. You are the absolute most recognized.
Right.
Probably, yeah.
Right. And no fitting person who I would pass it to. No one else I would pass it to but her. No one else.
He looks the same all the time. Shelly has that same look.
Yeah, you haven't changed at all.
When I had to let the mantle go, no one else I would pass it to but Shelly. No one else who's put in at least as much time as me but Shelly. Y'all put in some time, Shelly. And so it was like,
Monica put a lot of time in too, though.
I was going to say, yeah, we was trooping together.
I understand.
We really was. We was out there.
I understand, but I don't know. She did she attached her life to it. Just a little. I don't know.
Okay.
But hold up. This is no argument. I'm
not arguing. I'm shutting up.
Because there were times where in the trenches, Monty is the one you want in the trenches, and so Shelly is the one you want on the top, and Monty's the one you want in the back, and then we all can fill in the middle. Because without those two, it doesn't switch to from live to production. It was a key moment. It doesn't, I'm just letting y'all know, it doesn't switch from this live moment to where we're now gotta produce every week. And everyone knows that's the moment. I don't even know the year. Keith would be here to tell me the year where he went from, okay, I'm just shooting commercials and interviewing people in the studio to, no, you gotta produce us 4 segments every week. Those segments gotta be brought to me by, I always said Thursday. I ain't get them till like Friday night. I'm waking up early Saturday with Monty and others, and we trying to edit it to get it done for Saturday night. But yeah, it was that transition, and Monty was in the trenches for that. And we're at the stories because my story is about Monty when we get to the stories.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, let's get to the stories. Yeah, I mean, I don't ever, when you take about time into a thing, you have the outside work, but you got the inside work. Like nothing works without the business end on the inside. So even though we're going out in the field and we're going to place after place, but it's the time it took to hook that thing up, to connect to the right people, to get the money. It's like behind the scenes of anything is a monster. Behind the scenes of a show is, we go out there to the interviews, but behind the scenes, so the time isn't just, hey, we're going out. The time is who put it together, who found the money, who got the connections, there's a lot of time that went into it. Like I said, I sacrificed and gave up my whole salary. It was a good salary too. So I gave up my whole good salary and my good benefits because I believed in it. So when you say time, everybody put their time in. Everybody is valuable. I always want everybody to know there will be nobody without any of us. It takes everybody to make it. But when it comes to time, there's some times that people don't know. There's that time where you're up all night long connecting stuff. There's some times, there's some sponsors that came in that I was on the internet just being a creep, like for real, being a creep, like
No,
Rob O'Donnell, which is the
being
owner,
an aggressive salesperson.
right, and Rob O'Donnell from Exquisite Hair Salon. When I say it was in the middle of the night, I said, I don't know if anybody's ever tried this in the middle of the night kind of stuff. So in the middle of the night, I'm creeping into people's emails, and I'm like, or I'm going on their website. So it's a lot of time that goes in. And then you say, hey, let's go shoot this commercial. Let's go do it. It's time before that. So I'm grateful for the time, but it takes everybody to make it. I don't want everybody to think they don't take everybody to make it. All of us are needed. But sometimes you have that person who God gives to put the place. It wasn't me. God did it. I had no desire. I told you I love the Lord, right? This was not my desire. It was my calling. It's my calling. It's not my desire, my calling. But anyway, go ahead, Drastic. I want to hear about the disgruntled into what it called? Interviewees. Some crazy times on the set. I need to hear this because I do know Ja Rule and all of them was in there. So y'all gotta tell some stories. Tell the stories, y'all.
Well, from my point of view, they didn't really have too many disgruntled people. Like really where that came from was like people that were in Philly, and they weren't people who were getting interviewed. It was just people in Philly that was like they was really running the show down. It was like, you guys aren't professional and you're not this and you're not that. And like sometimes we get into arguments with people over talking about how relevant the show was and whether the show was corny and this and that. And it was like, wait a minute. Hold up. First, before you throw any stones at anybody, let me see you get your behind up there and see if you could do this for 2 hours every Saturday night. Okay. None of us, when we were doing it, none of us were trained to, to be on air personalities or anything. Ed took that on by himself. Roz took that on by herself.
We are all volunteers.
Everybody was volunteer. We didn't get paid for that stuff. I mean, Miss Brunson Miss Brunson might, hook us up every now and again, but at the end of the day, it was all about the love of the game. I mean, this guy, Ed took this show and he put this show on, dude, we had to fight and scratch to get those videos. We had to fight and scratch to get the cameraman before Howard came on, Calvin. We had to fight and scratch to get somebody to run that stuff. We had to fight and scratch to get that stuff on the air. And that's the kind of flack that we were getting. Now, yes, we did get some very good guests down there. KRS-One. We had EPMD. They came down. Lords of the Underground. They came down. Big came down. Craig Mack came down. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Mack, he brought a bunch of people down. Who was that? The rest of the one who just passed away, Debo from Friday. He was there.
Yes.
Flex was there. He bought.
Was you there when Tupac came through?
No. Okay. I never met Tupac, but I mean, like, I never really considered anybody being disgruntled. Yeah, we had some ignorant people come through there. Yeah, but I would never really say anybody was like disgruntled.
Well, tell your favorite story.
Disgruntled. Let me hear disgruntled.
No, I was gonna say, what's your favorite moment though, Drastic? Before we get out of here.
My favorite moment was when KRS-One walked in that door.
Woo!
I'm telling you, he walked in the door, and I'm telling you, you know how Dave Chappelle say you could see somebody glowing. I never will forget. I'm telling you, hey, look, I was spinning and I was looking down because I was paying attention to what I was doing, and I looked up and this dude walked in the door, and I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you, man. The dude was glowing. The dude was glowing, man, and I couldn't believe how tall he was. I couldn't believe how tall he was and how big he was. For somebody who was a vegetarian, this guy weighed at least 270.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I couldn't believe
he
how
was big, yeah.
Was. And the dude hugged me, and I'm telling you, I was like a little rag doll when the dude hugged me. I'm like, yo, man, this guy's like a giant.
Right, because Supreme, you about my house, about 6'2"-ish.
6'2".
He about He about
like
6'4".
6'4".
Yeah, he about 6'3", 4-ish. Yeah, he's in there.
250, 260.
Yeah.
Big guy.
There was another person who came through that really left a good impression on me. And you guys, I don't know if you even know this person's name, but it's a lady named Candy Staten. She came through. You remember that, Ed? When she came through? If you guys don't know who Candy Staten is, she used to have a song back in the disco era. It's called "Young Hearts Run Free."
Oh yeah.
Very nice looking lady. Very and here's the thing. Here's the thing where you could say that God had his hands on that whole situation, on the station, on the show, and on everything. Because Candy Staten's saved. She's saved. So, she's a born again Christian. And again, look at what it turned into. Look at what the station wound up turning into. You know what I'm saying? And for her, I mean, like, out of all the people who we had come through there, for her to come through there, that was out of the ordinary, but it left a very lasting impression on me. I remember. Okay.
Sorry. That's me.
Is that you, Monica?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, yeah, I remember my mom listening to her songs on 45s when I was little, when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Damn.
And I'm the one showing this woman around the TV station. That left a very lasting impression on me.
We definitely.
She sat there and did the whole show. Ed, you remember that?
I do. It was that was one of our, I want to say not early shows, but mid shows. I want to say this is maybe we talking 06, 07.
Nah, this was like early 95.
So I'm sorry, 96, 97.
Nah, this was like in early 95. Because I stopped being on the show in late 95.
So this is one of our ending big interviews.
Oh, no, this no. We was running.
Well, you got, man, my brain.
Yeah,
you got to remind me. Remind me. Pull it up too, because this could be stuff we could keep using. And where is she now? What's she doing right now?
I don't know. I think she's still doing something like on one of those gospel stations or something like that.
Okay,
I know
cool.
She's still around. She's definitely still around.
Right, but that moment set with you long term. I gotta,
yeah.
Everybody has
we
moments.
all got those moments. We got those moments that set with us. Howard, what moments set with you? You probably got a lot.
Howard got a picture with everybody.
You know what? I went through Howard's pictures the other day, and I was like, he really does have a picture with everybody.
Whoever he met.
Howard, what's moment six with you? What's your story? You got a story.
Howard would be like, hold on, let me get this flick. All right, let's take this video. Interview. He had to take the flick first.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was his words. Let me get this flick.
Howard, you ready?
He on mute. He don't realize it.
You on mute, Howard?
There you go. Oh, no, I was saying it's so many stories and memories that I have. Oh man, so many. I remember one early show. I remember Big Pun and Fat Joe came down.
I remember that. I remember that.
They came down and everything. And then I think Big Fat Joe passed Pun the mic and everything. And he started cursing, you know, we on live TV. We on live TV. And Ed was having a fit. Ed was having a fit. He tried to get to him, but the bodyguards wouldn't let Ed get through. Yo, that was hilarious.
I remember that. I definitely remember that. Yup. I definitely remember that. That was hilarious. That was funny.
Yo. Because all Ed was thinking about was his mom. He's gonna get in trouble.
Here's what I remember after that. Somebody called the station and Monica took that phone call. Right. You remember that, Monica? Monica took that phone call because dude was upset that somebody was cussing like that on the air. And Monica had to take that phone call. Because I kept going like back and forth between the thing. And I mean, this dude was like, Monica was letting me hear some of this stuff, and this man, oh man, dude was like, y'all can't be doing this. Y'all can. I'm sitting up here trying to watch this thing, and you guys, and these people are sitting up
He
there
watched the
cursing.
wrong show then. I'm sorry. What did he think he was watching? The praise-a-thon? That show. Listen, the way that show morphed into them videos. Listen, come on, them videos that Ed was picking out at the end, them little exclusive uncut raw ones. I don't know what.
I mean, we had 2 hours of videos.
But here's what it was when you went over a certain time of night, you could play those videos. And that's what Monica was trying to get this man to understand. And dude was like, he wasn't trying to hear it. Because that was when a whole lot of censorship stuff was going on.
Yeah, so see, Dolores Tucker would send me letters.
Yep. Remember that? Yep. Yep.
Yep. So let's go to there's Howard's memory. Monica, did you have a memory that stuck out? And then we'll go Supreme, then Bruce. Monty on this thing.
I was going to say you could oh gosh, it was so many memories. Like I said, I enjoyed doing the live stuff because it was so much fun. It was so much fun with people just coming in there. And I guess the one memory that I always kind of think about is when with Touchtone, 18 years old, coming in there with these crates. I was like, did you remember that, Ed, when he came? Y'all remember when he came in there? Drastic, you was there too?
Yeah, I put him on.
Yeah, that's
I put him on.
I think that's who I thought that's who brought him on. Drastic.
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly who, but
it was Drastic, and it was a long time ago. We were featuring DJs or something, right?
Right. Yeah. Because that was my
featuring DJs, and he came down there, and I'm sitting there like, yo, it was too funny because he was carrying his little crates in, and I'm like waving my hand like, you can't see me. He talking about something. No. I was like, but I'm asking questions and stuff, and when he got up there, he just went in.
Yes, he did.
Like,
yes, he did.
And did you realize that he said he taught himself?
Yeah, he told me. He told me that before I even brought him on, because I wanted to see it myself.
Yeah,
and when I put him up there,
he was going to do. We were sitting back like, all right, well, we're going to see what happened. Yeah. Everybody was like this. And when he went, it was like, damn, that was all like tripping.
I'm telling you, when I put him up there, I couldn't believe it. He had like these, and he was doing like it was like Braille type labels on the record.
He had it on the tip of the record.
He did. And I was like, you got it? He said, yeah, I got it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna step back. I said, you're gonna be all right. I had to help him up there. Right. Mm-hmm. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna step back. I said, I'm right next to you. I'm on your right. He said, all right, no problem. And he went in, he did. I was like, yeah, okay, dude. All right. You got it.
Now he's a national, all around the world DJ touring with what's the name of that ship with the Tom Joyner? So with the ship, Tom Joyner and the ship. So
the cruise, the cruise.
Yeah, the cruise. Tom Joyner is doing this thing. So Supreme, you got a memory that's your memory. Like, yo, this is like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the number one. Well, the two of them is crazy. The only time I really everything was Word on the Street. I did that solid for the 10 years we did Word on the Street. So I was guaranteed my little 15 minutes of fame every week. But there's ones that stand out when I got to get the microphone and actually do an interview. And I don't know if you remember this, Shelly. We was at Bad Boy in New York. And we was coming home. So, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all thing that y'all had to do at Bad Boy. And I think we was doing 112 or something. And we was coming home. And I was like, yo, there go Eric Sermon. And he was in the parking lot. And you was like, and I was like, yo, somebody get the camera, get the mic out. Sermon. And you was like, you got to do the interview. I was like, what? I was like, I'm here to do camera and Word on the Street. But I think Monty did the camera. I got the mic, and I didn't know what to ask him. I'm just a fan. I'm like, I think it was 15 minutes of mumbo jumbo. But I mean, I'm just asking a question that I always wanted to know, and it was just happening. He was like, "Yo, Redman, you just missed Redman. You just missed Redman." And I was just like, we was just like, it got exclusive with Eric Sermon in the parking lot on the way to our car going back to Philly. And of course, the second time is when I got to get on the microphone. I don't know how I got elected to do this. Y'all told me to do Kiki Wyatt.
Lord have mercy.
And he just kept hitting on me and like flirting, like telling Beyonce's the real age and things like that. And she was up with you and her husband was right outside. I said, "Yo, ain't your man right outside the door?" She was like, "Forget him. Like, what's your name? Where you cute?" And I was like, "Oh my God," I was just so nervous I couldn't really interview her. But these things came on television. I'm looking at myself like, wow, I look crazy as hell because I wasn't really no interviewer. And the disgruntled joint, well, I just got so mad I wanted to take the camera and just beat this man over the head with it, was Kanye West, when we waited 4 hours for him. He had us in there when they do the meet and greet, and he's supposed to give her exclusive to Urban Expressions and 103, and we waited 4 hours for this dude. And I'm holding the camera, all these kids waiting for him. And he was like, I still got it. And I heard him. I don't think he think I heard him, but he reached over his manager, was like, "I got to do an interview with them. Can't we just make an excuse so I can get out of here?" And I just wanted to jump up and take the camera.
It's a scumbag, man. I never liked that guy. I never liked none of his music, and I don't like him as a person.
Like, oh my God.
Hey, this is a public forum. We got fans listening, but hey.
Sorry.
But
you know what?
Keep it real.
Hey, wait now.
But you know what? Everybody, entitled to their own opinion, but the opinions of DJ Drastic is just his opinions, not the opinions of Urban Expressions.
There's a disclaimer. But
I concur with the fact that that particular moment was horrible. Having to have us there all the time, having us waiting. I was really mad too, and I was
many moments.
Huh?
Mary J. Blige did that to us. The Fugees did that to us. Blah 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 blah. Sometimes we got the interview, sometimes we didn't. Blah.
Everybody being so happy to meet us, and we so happy to meet them, and it's just like Disney Wonderland. And then that man just did that, and the same thing happened to Aaliyah up at Sound of Norristown. She was just like, I don't know, she just had a bad day. And to this day, I can't look at her like that. And then 2 weeks later, she passed away. And
That's crazy.
I felt bad because everybody
was nice to us when we was in Florida.
But she just seemed really mean to us and us. And I was just like really mad. And anybody that was mean to us, I just didn't like them forever. And it's sad that 2 weeks after that, it was like she passed. I was like, damn, that's my first impression of her.
Wow.
And I'm at my TV show because we like, man, we ain't got to be here. You know what I'm saying? like we can leave. That's how I was like standing up. And Shelly was like, no, we gonna still.
So I got you, Shell, on the transition. What I would say is, yes, we've also had interviews where it goes that way, interviews goes that way, but
we got
Bruce,
Shelly. But I was holding the camera like, she gonna have to film herself there because I'm leaving.
But you know what? It is. You get a little frustrated. You do get frustrated. But in the frustration, you got to understand we're all, the celebrities are human. We're human. We had bad days. They had bad days. But when you working and you want something so bad, it's hard to accept it because I've got those stories too where I was mad at somebody. But I get it. We all human. So Bruce, what's your story?
Can I say something real quick? Can I say a crazy crush real quick?
Uh-oh.
And wait, because I'm gonna tell you, because Howard did this. Where you at, Howard? Where you at? Because you know who I'm getting ready to say. We were about to take a picture, y'all, right? So we standing next to the brat. Howard was like, yo, she feeling you, Ma. She feeling you. I said, shut up, Howard. He said, I'm just telling you, get a number. I'm saying, Howard was pressing that joint. I was like, Howard, shut up. And he kept going. He said, look. She feeling on your shoulder. Look. Howard just kept going in. And he was like, think about it. How many people you been with? You ain't get paid. You can get paid with this one. Howard went in. I was like, Howard, shut up.
I think you are the brat's type. Have you seen her wife?
But she's married now. Brett is married. Let's give shout out to she married now.
Be with her. You listen to Shelly. Listen, y'all. See how they did me? Shelly tag teaming on this one. She probably did that same day too. Yeah, you should.
We a pimp our blood, not really. No. Listen. we trying to get the show on the road. So if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta take one for things.
That's what
exactly. That's Shelly, y'all.
It's like, it's all good, Preem. It's all good. We gotta get this interview. So let her rub on your shit. Let her talk to you. I was like, y'all get it.
They got that in common, House Supreme.
Yeah. Really gonna let this woman sexually harass me?
Yes.
That's
you
them
better believe
see?
it.
That's Howard and Shelly. I'm telling you, that's how. That's them.
I take a lot for the team. Yes, you're right. If you gotta flirt a little bit, you gonna flirt. If you gotta act like you like somebody, you better do it. Listen.
I tell you what, me and Ed went to her pajama party up in Atlantic City at that music conference, and I'm telling you, that party was off the hook.
The Impact. Remember the Impact, y'all?
Yes,
the Impact Awards?
Yes. Wow. That party was off the hook, man. Wow. That party was off the hook. And we had people, I had EST trying to get me to get him into the party. That's how off the hook it was. That's how off the hook that party was. I mean, like, she had an actual pajama party. And she did her little thingamajig on stage and all that. Brownstone was there. Naughty by Nature was there. It was so many people that, I mean, that whole thing was just off the chain.
Wow.
Off the chain.
Hey guys, we got to keep it moving. It's Brian's turn to give us his moment. His moment. That is his.
Brian, but Bruce.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry, Bruce.
Brian.
Brian.
Go ahead, Brian. It's your turn.
You know what? I get that.
I'm sorry, B. Because he was always B to me. B, the little busy bee running around, and I just remember him as B.
Man, well, I guess one that stuck in my head particular. Well, it was really two, but you know, all the times, you know, me and Shelly and them went to Pound 99 with Golden Girl at night. We was doing little pieces with her. Those were good moments. But one celebrity moment in particular was when Diddy came and we interviewed Diddy right there at the hotel in Center City. Remember, Shelly? It was during the Press Play album release. And we interviewed Monty was there. Remember Monty?
I remember.
And we interviewed him, and what fascinated me was that he came in like he was the president. He had, you know, like police escort and everything. It was like, okay, well, it's Diddy. I mean, I like his work and everything, but you know, because Howard had a whole bunch of, you know, pictures with celebrities, so I was trying to get my celebrity photos up, and I gave Monica my we ain't had phones like that then, so Monica, I gave her my it was like this little Polaroid portable joints, the ones you buy like the Rite Aid or whatever, you know. And Monty took the picture, and I sat on that camera for like weeks before I went to Rite Aid or whatever to get it developed, and the pictures never came through because the flash never went off. So I never got the picture. I'm like, Monica, did the flash go off? She's like, I think so. I don't know. So I never got the photo. But it was just fascinating to me that he came through like with a police escort. And then another one was when, remember, Shelly, Boys the Men was performing at what's that place off 69th Street? That arena,
Tower Theater. Tower Theater.
And Shelly got me and my friends backstage passes. She knew I loved Boys the Men. And I loved them so much that I wound up buying tickets, not knowing that Shelly already got us free tickets. And she punched on me for like a week for that.
And then we have some promotion. Then we have lunch with Ghostface Killer at some restaurant.
Dave and Buster's. At Dave and Buster's.
It was Method Man.
Method Man and Red Man at Dave and Buster's.
No, it was with me. It was Ghostface, and we had lunch with him, and you know what I mean.
I probably don't remember.
Yeah, we did. Ghostface was down there near 3rd Street or something.
Yeah, we had to have
near the banana, near the Black Banana or something, somewhere over that way.
And then we had to take them to dinner, and I was just bugging because I'm like, and they like, order what you want, and I was just like, wow, we in here eating like just the different places Urban Expression have taken me as an artist. And the funny thing about it is, I didn't want to never have seen like I'm here to interview you and you here to be interviewed. So I don't want to look like a fan. So I just missed out on so many photos and I got Eric Sermon and certain people I had to get like, yo, I got to get this picture. But like all these people I met, there's no evidence of it except for the TV show.
And that ain't even no evidence no more because we done lost everything. But that's a different story.
So the funny thing about it, shout out to my man Mark Mills, the little white boy I'll be with. Dude, take every show that I was on. I got VHS tapes like a mug.
Yeah.
Do you?
Mark,
we need that. Wait a minute. We need that. So I'm gonna go on to my everybody gave the story. It's late now because it's late. So I just want to say it's 30 years. I just want to show y'all something real quick. We're being honored. I don't know if Ed, you coming up this way, but either way, Urban Expressions is being honored by Uptown Standard newspaper, which is the newspaper I write for the Uptown, the people in Uptown, which is Howard Uptown. People think I'm from Uptown, so I lived in Uptown for a little bit, so I'm Uptown too. So anyway, March 26th, we are being honored by the Uptown Standard newspaper. It's a big event. Starts at 9 p.m. The tickets right now are free. And if I didn't give you the link, I need y'all to get to the link. It's our special Urban Expressions link. We will be honored that day. A special honor too. So I need whoever is coming. Well, y'all already agreed to come. So Ed, I don't know if you feel like traveling up, but it's a late thing.
Other than checking any priority things that I've already set, I'm there.
Yo, I missed the 25-year joint, so I'm definitely going to be there, Ed. You better come
right,
up.
man. You missed the whole launch of the foundation, man. The foundation. And what I want to say to everyone listening, when this ends, I'm ending this, and we're going to talk more of this, because I know Shelly's going to end this. We're going to talk more stories. We're going to talk foundation. We're going to end this whole Urban Expressions things on Tuesday at 8.
The second, whatever the second is, but definitely at 8. Let me show y'all this real quick.
Wednesday at 8.
Wednesday. The second.
Wednesday at 8. Wednesday at 8. Hang out with me. We ending all of this. That's all I can say.
We're not ending. We always want here. We're just gonna we're gonna do an in-depth with Ed, and I want to show y'all what we're working on. One of the things I'm working on right now is this. I want to show y'all. It took a lot of years to get this back. Can y'all see it? It took a lot of years to get the urbanexpressions.com back.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Look at y'all.
Officially launching this. It is this is the pre-launch. This is not the this is just to show everybody that this is what we're working on. This is the plans. This is a frame done by one of our Urban Expressions own, which is young Sir back then. He is Sir now, on air with Sir. But this is the website officially, finally. I don't know if anybody knows, but for years somebody had urbanexpressions.com captive, and it cost like 20,000 one year, 30,000, 15,000, 5,000, until I was able to keep bidding on it. And that one day God allowed, I promise you this is all God. For our 30th year, he allowed me to finally pay some money to get it. This is how much Urban Expressions is in my blood. It means a lot to me.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
We don't have to put the money out there, but we'll pay you back. Come on. That's easy.
No. This ain't about paying back. I'm just telling you that. That's how much.
I know. It's just, we got you. This is beautiful, and thank you. That's all I can say.
I'm just talking about the people that held it captive all these years that was not trying to give us this name back. And I just been after it all these years until that moment. And it's also a radio station. So if we got that music jumping off, y'all, guess what? Give me your music. Give me Drastic. I need mixes. Anybody have mixes? I need to put it in. Here's the radio station right here. Drastic, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
You got mixes, right?
I don't have my turntables here, but if you get me something, I can put something together. But
all right, but just letting everybody know, if you have music here's the radio station. It's officially Urban Expressions Radio. It is running right now. I'll play a little bit of the music. It's on right now.
I'm with this. Hallelujah.
There's Ed.
Look at Ed Rise.
There's Keith. There's Shelly. That's a nice mic. Whose mic was that? I don't know. That's just
Mine. My mic.
Huh?
That was my
Howard.
mic.
That's
He
your
had
mic.
That was his equipment that day.
You got it. You got that mic.
What's his name? Zim. Also Zim.
I can't hear it. Can y'all hear it? Or you just
Oh, I'm not. It's no sound.
You like it because it's
Sound
sparkly, Howard.
Yeah,
That's a
Zim
nice
was
mic.
Zim. Mike also.
Look at young Sir. Sir is the Sir is the king of websites, and he created this website, and he's been working diligently on it. Let's go to our history. This has been he's really working every night. We've been up all night for nights.
Yeah, hey, Shell, we building the foundation site. So I see what you're doing. I see it. Very good.
Wow.
I'm liking it. We're gonna, Shell, I'm gonna be tapping your website skills for the foundation site. Yes.
Yeah, that's the history. Here's TV. Here's the TV page. You see Ed with what's his name? The rapper dude.
That's the boy from Cypress Hill.
Be real.
Hill. Yeah.
Be real. Yeah.
Be real.
Got
Oh,
Mate
boy.
over there.
Did you realize?
See,
I don't know.
when we were
Anybody
talking about stories, I could talk about stories about all the celebrities who I can't smoke weed with them because they smoke way more weed
I
than
need
me.
that photo. God,
Oh Lord.
no definition, no nothing.
Look
With
at
a
Bruce.
camera in
Oh
hand.
my God.
I look mean. I don't like that.
I love it. That's called raw.
That's the album cover right there. What you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
I look
Wow.
mean. I don't
Hey, yo, yeah, what's with this unsung thing here?
That was Welcome to Death Row.
I put together an unsung.
Who?
Yeah.
Howard, you did
I
that?
thought that was wrong. I knew Howard did that. That was wrong.
Lord
Howard.
have mercy.
Oh yeah, that was on you. That was on YouTube. That's still on YouTube, right?
How you like it?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was, it was like, it was so real. It was like,
Wow.
it looked like it was supposed to be on what's the TV One.
Wow.
It is dope. I'll
great.
send you a link, Drastic, and but here's the pictures, photos. You can't put a lot of photos on the website, so if anybody's missing or anything, it's because you slow your website down. This is just website thing. You slow it down while putting so much thing on. I needed to load quick. So here's a walk through time, 90s, 2000 Club UX Next Generation. Just a walk through time.
That picture with Howard and Ludacris, I interviewed them that night.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, forget the interview, give me the picture. Now take the interview.
I'm telling you,
Look at it now. See, look
let
how
me get
slow
this
it is.
flick. Howard with Howard. Let me get this flick first. Let me get this flick.
But
Look
you know
how
what?
slow it's loading. That's the
It
problem.
really all started with Sco though. It really started with Sco. Sco started that with me. I didn't even really want no pictures. Sco was like, "Yo, let me take this picture."
Shout out to Skull.
Go.
Shout out to Snake Plissken. Get on camera tactics. One of my stories while y'all watching this, one of my stories I was going to tell is when we ran into the Puffy concert and he snuck the camera in and his tall ass sticks the camera up and we get the footage anyway.
Yeah, we did that a lot of times, just held up a camera. Just let it record.
That's right, Urban Expressions, masters of ghetto camera tactics before selfies and selfie sticks. We were selfie sticks before selfie sticks, mother suckers.
Yo, Ed, hey Ed, you know what just popped into my head that time that me and you interviewed Usher at the Sixers game.
Oh, yes, I remember that. And I still, when I hear that song that released then, people are like, what are you doing? That's the dance I do from that song when it came out in Care. I know, I remember that moment.
Yeah, man, I was really bummed out that I couldn't make that 25th reunion, man. I could not get out of California for that, man.
Trust me. I mean, so
it was so
as y'all
much.
could imagine, when my mom died, I was in a funk for years, and so it was just a thing that came out, and it was the spark of the timing, and we didn't really get promotion in on it. Okay,
I was in
we didn't get promotion in on it.
Yeah, when
We
I
can
heard
get
about
promotion
It
in.
was promoted. People was there. He just couldn't make it out because he was in
yeah,
California.
because I had just come home because one of my nieces had passed away, so I had just come home, and you know what I mean. Like, man, it was crazy when Miss Brunson passed. I remember getting the word about her when I was in Vegas. I was in Las Vegas because her and the guy who used to DJ for me when I was in high school, they both passed on the same day.
Man.
And I was in Vegas, man, and I was just I was done. But yeah.
Where you at now? Drastic.
I'm here. I'm in Philly now, unfortunately, but yeah. I don't want to be here, but I'm in Philly right now.
That's why he's coming out on the 26th. He will be there.
I will be there.
He's on
I'm not gonna miss that one for 30 years. Nah, I ain't gonna miss that one.
Yo, the 25th joint was so much fun because it was like a lot of us that we haven't seen each other in a time. And it was just, it's like
Roz was there, and I think Roz's husband was there.
Family reunion, unreal.
Yeah, Roz did. She hit me up on what's the name? Was that on Messenger? Because I hadn't talked to Roz in years, and she was like, "I just knew you was gonna be there." I was like, "Man, I think I was the only one who was not there."
Yeah, pretty much.
It seemed like it. Yeah, it seemed like it.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I was thinking that too. Yeah. Shame, but yeah.
Yeah, it was
Man.
everybody came out there. The Club UX era, every era
Wow.
came out, and so, but the 30th, this is someone honoring us. So it's not necessarily a reunion. It's just them honoring us because hey, when the city says, somebody in the city says, we want to honor you. Hey, I'm grateful. We take on that. We take it on, right? We come out, y'all. We come out. We get honored, right? Our names will be called individually. So
Ed, you got to make it up here, man. I ain't seen Ed in years. I haven't seen Ed in years.
Well, I'm definitely coming. And speaking of honors, one of my mom's biggest supporter is Catherine Pugh. And she already has, when she was mayor, we do have honors for my mother from her as mayor. And when she comes out, she is definitely will be a supporter. So we do have this big gun in our chamber. And we've gotten honors from other places too, like the Black Radio Hall of Fame honored my mother. And so honors hopefully keep coming because we did something,
And somebody's trying to get a wax figure of her together.
That's us. That's us. That's us foundation. That's us.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. And then also, I'm just honored by the success of it wraps around itself. And that's what I feel good about the foundation is that everyone who connects to my mother can connect to the foundation. And it wraps all the way out into so many spider webs. It goes out into people from 1960s to people who are just born, who are saying, yes, I can do this because I'm a woman and this woman did this. And so, yeah.
Wow, man, look at all that stuff, man. You want to talk about some history, man. Look at that.
Yeah. Look at the dreads. Hold up. I still have that shirt. Oh my God, I gotta throw that shirt away.
But here's the night drastic.
I gotta throw that shirt away.
Supreme was mentioning this night, the night he came on with the Fat Cat clip. Yeah. Here's that picture from that night. There's drastic.
Yes.
Look at them shorts, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's my first time on television. And because of that, I done been in movies. I done been.
Yeah. Again, shout out to Skull. Shout out to Snake Plissken. Shout out to
I remember that with Lauren.
Shout out to LaTanya. Shout out to Kamisha.
Yeah.
Kamisha. Just shout out to the old school.
Hey,
hold up, what's
Ramona.
her name? From Ramona, right? Ramona. You got it, Howard.
Gadiel.
Gadiel. Shout out to Gadiel.
Wow.
Shout out to the Younger UX crew with Club UX, all them cats.
There's Gadiel right here.
There's Gotti, yeah.
Here's Furno, his
Remember we got
Rockstar
them-
P.
Okay, here go the picture, y'all.
There's the
This is
brat.
what
I
Howard
see you
was
with
telling
the
me
brat.
to holler
I
at
see
her.
you with the brat.
When he was yeah, you see where her arm at, right?
Yeah.
All over.
Lord have mercy.
Shout out
Hey,
to
you the brat.
Anthony Henderson. Anthony Henderson here.
Yeah, yeah.
Frankie J, Jade Austin.
Yeah.
Here's me.
Oh, look at Shelly. Oh my goodness.
Look, Kango, man. May he rest in peace.
Rest-
man. He
Rest
just passed.
in peace. Hey, get your
Yes,
colon checked
rest
out.
in peace,
Get your
Kango.
colon checked out. Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Never saw
For
that
real,
dude
for
without
real.
a smile on his face, man.
That's the truth. That is the truth indeed.
Wow.
Where'd the picture of the orange come
Wow.
from? It's
That is
not-
a lot of
it's thrown
history,
in there.
man.
This one right here.
You
Look at CeeLo.
Which
Little
one?
C.
right there, just you just
Little CeeLo.
Right
it's a
here.
cute picture.
Yeah.
Wow, that she look like she 2.
She cute and all.
Wow.
That's the Shelly I met on the ship.
Yeah, yes.
I gotta give it to y'all, man. Y'all really took this thing to the next level, man. Y'all really did. I've seen
No,
I've
no,
seen Shelly
not
and Monica
y'all.
work really hard to
Not
get
y'all.
this thing.
We, not y'all. We.
Yeah,
Soul's been
I
we.
know. But what I'm saying is, Ed, I'm talking about after I left and after you turned over the reins. I'm saying Monica and Shelly, you got to give it to them, man. They really work hard. I've seen them.
Oh hell yeah.
I've seen them around before.
Oh,
Before I went on my traveling and all that stuff. I've seen them around. Look, you got Breeze, you got Yvette Money, you got Walt Reeder is over there. I mean, look at all these people, man.
Yo,
wow.
I swear, I thought
Wow.
about Shelly and Monica as Laverne and Shirley. That's what it always comes to
Yeah.
mind.
Laverne and Shirley.
Nuh-uh.
Laverne and Shirley was all over the Urban Expression. Laverne and Shirley, and they took me everywhere. I was everywhere with them, man. It was just all over the place.
Man.
Hey,
They
yo,
always
Ed used to
Thelma and
tease
Louise or
me.
something. Somebody more.
Ed used to tease me
Laverne
about
Shirley.
doing piano stuff. You
joking.
can't mess with me now, Ed.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I
y'all
need
was,
a new one.
y'all was PG. Y'all wasn't as raw as Thelma and Louise.
I was joking. Yeah, we were. People used to tell us, "Are y'all really supposed? Y'all don't even look like y'all should be in this club."
Lord,
They used to look at us like,
Get into trouble.
I used to call them plug 1 and plug 2. They hated it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
wow.
I love this.
This
I love
brings
this
back
next
so many
generation
memories.
of Club UX. This is you know what
Yes.
I mean?
That's when y'all, that's actually the extendation to make it happen.
Wow.
You like that? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Extendation.
Wow.
That's what I met.
Because, like I said, there's these transitional moments. I know that it doesn't go 38. I'm here for the whole thing. It doesn't go, there's this moment. It doesn't go to this next year's. It's these moments. Doesn't go to this next year's. It's these moments. Doesn't get to these 5 years. It's these moments. Doesn't get to these 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And the Club UX was an extendation. Make it extend. No matter what happens on the TV, this is going on in real time.
Wow, man.
Yep. This is it. This is
Wow.
First time I
Really
met.
proud of this, man. I mean, looking back on all this, man, really proud of this, man.
Who was the VIP young boys? They
This
was
is them right here. This is
yeah.
Right.
Inferno and Rockstar P. Inferno just kept. We was at the B2K.
What was the young lady's name who's hosting?
And he kept.
She should be a star. She sings so well and has a great personality. What's her name?
Jade
sister,
Austin.
Jade.
Dave.
Yeah, how's Jade doing? Shout out to Jade.
She's doing good. She, life.
I know
was
she had a
different.
child and
Two.
got with somebody too. I know, but she's talented.
She's
Yeah.
extremely talented, and even outside of
We're
urban
going to-
expressions
We're
and
going
things.
to the Young Bucks and we're looking at
Yeah, if there was opportunities, we made sure we connected. And this is the next generation right here. I don't know, y'all probably won't know this generation, but this is the next generation. This is the kids of people who were on Urban Expressions. Her daughter
Nice.
is the
Nice.
daughter of one of the Ronnie. She was on Urban Expressions. So these are the kids.
Wow.
I need to put my son's link because my son he is an artist.
Yes, that's what I'm
He
saying.
goes by
Oh, that was
Adam Kane. Adam Kane, Kane.
All right, we'll get. Hey, this is the next generation because we have kids. You know, not we. I don't have it, but y'all my kid. Y'all got kids for me, so y'all have kids.
Oh, Shelly, you have god kids and nieces and nephews. You got kids.
Huh. Man, I have 5 grandkids, man. Can you believe that?
Oh.
I got 5 kids. So.
You got 5 kids, Bruce?
Yes, he got 5.
Bruce.
What?
You been busy.
I got 5
You been busy over the years, Bruce.
Got to be more careful.
I'm still one with no grands, like it was when I started this show.
Wow.
Yeah,
I got 5 grandkids, man. 3 granddaughters and 2 grandsons. And my oldest grandson, he'll be 17 this year.
God damn!
Oh, my
Use
goodness.
my language.
Yep.
My youngest, he's 16 months.
Yeah. My youngest daughter's a cop.
Oh,
And my oldest daughter's a science teacher now. Ed, remember I used to bring my daughters down?
Yes, definitely. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And you used to do their hair and stuff. That was so cute.
Yeah. Can you believe that? Old Drastic doing hair.
Hey, man. That's
Old girl's hair.
That's because you part of the Good Daddy gang, baby.
Bruh. Man.
All right, y'all. I appreciate that. That was it.
Hey, we need to start a separate group with the kids too. We got the kids.
It's called the next generation.
Yeah, we're gonna throw our kids up in the next
not
generation.
throw your kids, but bring your kids. Not we ain't gonna throw them. Bring your kids.
We throw them in there.
If it wasn't for COVID, it would have continued, and we would have. I would have reached out to everybody. You know, Supreme brought his kids.
Yeah. Shelly had my babies in the fashion show.
If it wasn't for COVID,
too.
Yeah, your kids was in. Your kid ain't a kid. Well, either way, no matter what, it's the next generation because I believe, and we have to reach to our next generation. So Drastic, if your kids, I met your peoples. So I know you got some peoples. I met your baby mama. I met your baby mama. We had a good time one day. I was like, oh my God. So we had like a whole Kiki moment. So yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, it was a Kiki moment. It was a good moment. We had fun. We had fun that day. So I was like, oh man, we reaching all over. You Drastic. Okay. So Urban Expressions, the kids part will continue with the next fashion show. Just I don't know about this whole COVID thing, so I don't know. I wasn't comfortable yet. I don't know how y'all feel. I'm not comfortable yet.
Mandate soon.
Who?
They said the CDC
I still don't even trust the mandate. I still don't trust the mandate.
Oh, so I mean, if we feel comfortable, so Howard, I'm gonna call you in a little bit, but I know you gotta go to work tomorrow morning, so. But I gotta call you in 5 seconds. As soon as we're done, I gotta call you right away because it's hard to catch up with. So I need to catch up with you now. Don't go nowhere, okay? Supreme, send me your MP3s. Anybody else have music you want? Send me your MP3s.
Yo,
if you have a mix of them, then cool. Because other than that, I'll be uploading one by one.
Text me your email.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody got music? Text me your MP3.
I got music.
You got music?
Yeah.
Howard, you got a little bit of everything, man. You ain't slick. I know you, Howard. You over there playing possum. You ain't slick.
I got some music. I got 12 volumes. Yeah.
All right, well, send me the music. Oh yeah, send me the music. MP3. It's not officially launched yet, but it was just to give y'all what we're working on behind the scenes. But the radio station will take some programming. It will take. Give me your music.
You need some help? You need some hosts?
I was getting ready to say the same thing. I was like, I mean, I have a voice that I can kind of like, you know.
We need
hosts. Girl, you better stop.
Yeah, people say y'all do it too much.
In our next video.
Somebody say what?
No.
Y'all do it too much.
Who said that?
Ed.
Y'all do it too much.
Man.
No, it's all good. That is really cool that we got that all going on the background of stuff. Shelly, I gotta go. And
I mean, we all gotta go, but
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Whatever day that is, whatever March 2nd day is. So yeah, I'm right there.
March 2nd.
Yes.
Hey.
Wednesday.
Listen,
My
man, you
second
guys,
is
it's been
Wednesday.
real, man. It's been
Love you.
really great catching up to all you guys, man. Love you.
I love
Stay
y'all.
off
Stay off the hit.
March 26th, y'all.
All right.
All right.
March 26th.
Virtual kisses.
Keep your exes
Put
up.
your-
I
you
beat
know
y'all
what you
to it.
gotta do. You know
I
what
beat
you
y'all to
gotta
it.
do.
You
Put
gotta
your
keep your
exes
exes.
up. Put it up, y'all. All right, y'all. Good night.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Deuces.
Hey.